the one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Raeh.
LaDonna Raeh Show. Watch this. Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. You are watching the LaDonna Raeh Show. It is Happy New Year. We are on day 2 of the new year. I'm excited because, well, I always say I'm excited, but it's a new year. It's 2025. We made it, y'all. We made it. And some of us, some of us are still not knowing what to do this year, just as last year. But as we kick off the new year, it's the perfect time to celebrate individuals who are making waves in their communities and the arts. Now, our guest today is someone who embodies creativity and opportunity. DeVette Franklin, look, I gave her a whole government name. She might kill me for that. She's a producer, a director, a playwright, actress, and singer who's been entertaining since she was just 3 years old. Inspired by her own journey in this industry, she founded Dav Jazz Fran Entertainment to help new artists break into the business and make their mark. Often called the millennial hero and the queen of YOLO. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming DeVette Franklin. Hi, DeVette.
Hi. I was dancing to the intro song. I like it. Dun, dun,
You,
dun,
you,
dun, 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 dun.
you know what? It gets me pumped up too, which is why that's the intro song. Because sometimes I need the best part of waking up is waking up. Okay, there you
That's it.
go.
That's it.
Ooh, so how you feeling this new year? I know that
I'm
uh,
feeling
we
good.
just got here.
We just got here. We day 2 in, but I'm feeling good because we're going on 5 years at the theater, so that's like a great thing. 2020 was rough, y'all. We all know. We don't want to
Yeah.
go back. So this is a new, fresh 5 years. Open. We got no closures going on. We had to close as soon as we opened. So
Yeah.
we looking for good things in 2025. I'm excited. I'm excited.
See, 2025 just sounds exciting because so many things
Right.
rhyme with five.
Yes. Thrive. Bam.
Okay. And
We
speaking
thriving
of
in 2025.
and speaking of five, we're here kicking off a new year, but how does it feel to celebrate 5 years of Dreamers YOLO? I mean, what's running through your mind as you reflect on this milestone?
It's so like I'm literally just looking to the stars and the skies. Like I can't believe it. I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe we're here. Like opening in 2020, having the ribbon cutting, everything went great. Just to be closed for a year. And when anyone who opened in 2020 or even had any kind of business in 2020, you just didn't know what the future held for you.
Yeah.
So to be looking back at that and seeing where we came from and still going after 5 years is crazy. It's like, oh, thank God, because we started at the worst year. Everyone was like, oh my God, we feel so bad for you. I had to fund everything from my own personal funding. It was nothing coming in for the business. We tried to do like fundraisers and stuff, but it was just like, it was a hard time for everyone. So we here. We made it 5 years. So I'm super excited. I'm ready. I'm pumped. It's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen in the next five? We're just so excited because the momentum is finally growing again. So it's
Yeah.
like, let's get it, let's go. We ready.
Well, you started your journey at 3 years old, and but you've had high school experiences that helped to shape your passion for acting. Before I go into all of that, for those of you that are watching, you may not know what Dreamers YOLO is. So I'm gonna have the vet give you a little bit of a summary on what Dreamers YOLO is.
So let's talk about Dreamers YOLO because it's very confusing for some people because I have two businesses. So one of them is Dive Jobs Front Entertainment, which is just the production company that puts on everything. But Dreamers YOLO is the event space slash the theater. So Dreamers YOLO is a theater that I created for all artists, whether you're an actor, a singer, a dancer, a painter, like any artistic creativity that you have, I want you to be able to use this space and to have this space at an affordable price. Because
Mhm.
being an artist, I know that it is impossible to rent out a space at an affordable price. It is crazy. When I tell you all, I have like squatted in theaters to try to like get rehearsal space. Like I've been at the
Wait, what does
library.
that mean? What does that mean? Squatted in
Oh,
theaters.
let me tell y'all, I'm not trying to get in no trouble, y'all, but like at Second City, I did a show there, and they would be like, "Oh, you all can use the space if it's anything available." That was like a setup because none of the rooms are ever available because it's Second City. Everyone's in there, so they had this big hallway, and when I tell you we squatted in there to do rehearsals, I'm like, y'all, let's just meet in the big hallway and we're gonna rehearse. And like that's not ideal. It is not ideal. When I tell you it's people walking past, you never know if somebody's gonna stop you and be like, "You all cannot be here. Like, what's going on?" Like, even though we had a show going on there, if you didn't have a room, you just didn't have a room. So I was like,
Hmm.
let me think, what can I do? I found a hallway and we will meet up in this little hallway and do rehearsals. And then we would go to the Harold Washington Library. When I tell you I've been kicked out of there, I've been kicked out of there a couple times, only because in theater we project, we're loud, so they're like, even though it's those rooms, they use it as study rooms. I'm using
Mm.
it to do a horror film, like not a film, but like a horror.
So they're screaming.
It was screams going on because we have a thing that we call UFest, our Natural Weird Wonder Festival. And that's a thing that we do every Halloween. And it's like little small skits that we do. And rehearsing for that. They're like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? We're like, oh, we're rehearsing. They're like, you can't use this space for that. And I'm just like, oh God. When I
But
tell
you
you I've
were.
been, it's crazy, y'all. This could be the whole interview. This could be the whole interview. Just
Part
talk about all
two.
the places. Right, part two. All the places that you shouldn't rehearse, but you kind of can. Um, but so I did all of that. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like if I'm going through this, I'm like, it's so many other people going through this. So I was like, I'm going to get a space and make it affordable so that people don't have to go through all of this drama. I mean, it's drama. So I was like, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna be the millennial hero for all of
Mm.
us out here
Did you
trying to
did
get it
you
together.
know that you would be the millennial hero?
My friends started calling me that once I did the space, and that's why I kind of like stuck. I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm a millennial hero. Like I'm helping the artists not be like me, and have to
Okay.
like find these free spaces, but it's impossible to like use them, and you can get in trouble. So we want to
Hmm.
keep everybody, not getting arrested, no drama, you know, just
Wow.
rent
Acting
Dreamers YOLO
acting
for
is
an affordable price.
Yeah, acting is a risky business. And I was talking about how your high school experiences may have helped shape your passion for acting. How did your high school experiences solidify your passion for acting and entertainment?
It came from my drama club. Like I took a drama class, and from that class, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so wonderful!" Like I always loved it, and I always did it because I would be making up little scenes in my house, bothering my sisters. We used our kitchen as like our everything. Okay, the kitchen is where we sang and the karaoke. The
Mm.
kitchen was where we put on little skits. So like it was just always in me to be performing and doing stuff. But then in high school, to see like more of like the behind the scenes and see how you like actually having a director and it's not just me and family or like someone I know directing me. I'm like, this is so cool. I was like, I love this. So that's kind of like where it came from. Like being in the drama club and taking that class, it really helped me. I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is amazing.
I love it. Dreamers YOLO has been around for 5 years. And if you think about it, now we can say that we know it was during COVID that you sprung up with this idea. Now, what has been the most, because during that year, everybody went through such shock, such heartache, but some triumphs and other things were born. A lot of businesses were birthed out of going through COVID. And we had never seen anything like that, not in our lifetime. However, what has been the most rewarding part of this journey for you? And can you share a story about how Dreamers YOLO has impacted someone in the community?
it's a lot of little stories because I feel like all of the playwrights that I've worked with have all thanked me personally and be like, wow, thank you for this space. Um, because a lot of theaters, the bigger ones, they don't even they get a lot of plays, right? And they look at it or they toss it away like, oh, I give every single person a chance, whether it's a playwright, an actor. I want to see it. I want to read their work, and I put it on. I've only helped writers with their original works. I haven't. My theater isn't one that do like Shakespeare or other things that and rework it. I start with the playwright themselves. They come to me. They're new playwrights, and it's new project, and we put it on. So I feel
Yeah.
like having all those people come to me and like thank me for giving their project a chance has been like amazing. I'm like, oh my God, I'm helping people. Like I didn't just do it for me. So
Yeah.
that's what makes it good. Like, of course, I wanted to put my stuff on too, but I haven't even put on a full length play that I've written. Like, I've
And,
been helping other people. I'm like, yeah, I'll do your play. Yeah, I'll do your play. So it's been very rewarding doing everyone else's stuff and having them part of the process.
and so that brings me to another question because I have to wonder, how do you balance being an artist and running multiple projects? You want to jump in there in so many different aspects, but tell us how the balance is.
The thing about the balance is I get so consumed in these projects that I forget that I act. I be like, I get so like caught up in it. Of course, I've jumped in for a couple of like the festivals and acted or lended my voice to be a voiceover. But when I tell you, I get so excited helping other people and seeing other new actors that don't get a chance at like Goodman or Shakespeare, and they're great talents. So it's like, oh my God, I get so invested in like seeing them shine and then seeing them book a commercial after being in something because their resume is growing. Because the thing about it is this that's something I also do too. Like I want to help build these people's resumes because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times these places you can be great, but they want to see something on there, some kind of community theater, something before they even like bring these people in the door. So to see that, I'm like, oh my God, it's so great. But of course, I do have a couple times where I'm like, this role is a little bit small. It's not as many lines. It's a little bit smaller. I'll jump in and like act in this play and do this part. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's kind of where the balance comes in. I'm super excited to see everyone else, thriving. But when I see like a role that it's like a couple lines, I'm like, that doesn't require me to do too much. I'll jump in and take those couple lines.
Yeah. Well, I've been there quite a few times, and I met my very special person there. I went to yes, I went to a play there, and I forgot that like the way it was set up,
Mhm.
it was simple, but I thought we were in their living room. I thought they went out and got groceries. I thought like I
You
was
saw part of it, like,
you're
wow.
you're really able to zone out because the project itself was so, and if the name of the play escapes me,
God
is
help me look to you.
yes, yes,
Okay.
Valerie Newman, am I saying that right?
Yep, she was in
Yes,
there.
Valerie Newman was in it, and James, of course, he was in it as well. These productions were just phenomenal, and you
Thank
sit there and you
you. Thank
go, I I I can't believe I'm watching this. Oh, did he just
you.
what? So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to jump out of your seat and strangle the person, the villain, but don't do it, okay? I'm here to warn you. Don't do it. That's how close they are to you. Don't do it. All right? It's just a play.
It's just a play. They're the great people that love each other.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So 5 years is a big milestone. And I know you look back on Dreamers YOLO, just what you've shared with us. That's a long time. And you've gone through year one, year two, year three. But what inspired you? You've got your anniversary dinner coming or event coming up. What inspired the idea for this fundraiser brunch? I said dinner. Brunch is not dinner, y'all. Okay. What inspired the idea for the fundraiser brunch, and what makes it special?
what makes it special, I was like, we're coming up on year 5. And the fact that I looked on the calendar, and I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, I wasn't even thinking about it at first. I was just like, it's gonna be the 5 year anniversary. That's so cool. But the fact that on the 18th was literally, it falls on a Saturday, and 5 years ago we did it on the 18th on a Saturday to open, I was like, this cannot be a coincidence. This has to happen. We need to all come back together and celebrate the same way we did 5 years ago on this exact date on the 18th. I'm like, we have to all come together and like celebrate actually being open for 5 years after having such a crazy time to open and actually have an event space.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! I was like, we have to celebrate this. And so that's where it came from. I literally looked at the date and I'm like, the 18th falls on a Saturday. This is too good to be true. I gotta do something.
Oh,
I'm like,
very
I
good.
gotta
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well,
it's good.
what can attendees look forward to at this anniversary brunch? Any surprises or performances planned?
I'm planning to get some local talent in there. We also have Make Me Laugh. Um, they're a vendor that comes and they have an open mic. They do comedy. So I'm hoping to get a couple of them in there to give you all a little comedy. Of course, y'all gonna get some food, some mimosas, good stuff, yummy stuff, anniversary cake. I mean, it's gonna be so fun. It's
Yeah.
so fun planning it. So I just can't wait for you all to see the surprises that we have in store.
I
But of
can't
course,
wait.
expect some mimosas and some food, some brunch like pastries, sandwiches.
Pinky in the air, y'all. Pinky in the air.
Tiki in the air. And we have a color scheme.
Yeah.
We have a color scheme. The color scheme is blue and white. Only because that's like Dreamers YOLO in the clouds. We're all dreamers. So
Yeah.
we want to keep that little cute theme and just have like a blue and white attire. It'll be beautiful for the photos, y'all. You know everything about a photo op.
It's
So
okay. It's okay that blue is my favorite color, but and
yeah,
I was gonna take all the credit. Like, okay, she knows that that's my favorite color, so thank you.
we
Uh,
doing it just for LaDonna, y'all.
yeah, yeah, right. Can you just think about a moment that you can share from a story that where someone has come through Dreamers YOLO and you've seen them go off to bigger and better things? You mentioned that earlier, but anyone in particular?
Oh, it's a couple because I feel like I work with these people and then I see them in like 10 commercials. I'm like,
Yep.
oh my God, these people are just blowing up. Of course, James Gordon. I started with him in 2020. He was in the Oof Fest, and we had to record it that year because we couldn't have people in the space.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see James Gordon, aka the franchise, uh, to go from like working with him 5 years ago to like all the stuff that his resume has now, and I'm sure he was also doing things before, but
Yeah.
like now I'm like, wow, he's in everything. Every
Yeah.
play you go to, you're gonna see him in there.
Look, movies, okay? I'm sitting up here
Every
watching
movie you
and
can
I'm
sit
like,
in
is
there
that
and you're like, James
yeah.
again, okay,
Yeah.
So to see that is good. And then like it's been so many other people like with their, like I said, they've been like commercials. It's one girl named Diamond, Andre. Um, it's so many people, but James definitely stands out because I know he's in like 50 projects at once.
Yeah.
And you know what? I cannot forget my boy. He started with me. He literally started with me. I saw him do his first play, and he's like a whole. He was my little caterpillar. He's a butterfly now. He's flying, turning up. Jabril Ali. He goes by JJ Ali though, but
Mm-hmm.
Jabril. Oh my God! Like yeah,
That's
like
beautiful.
seeing him. I saw him in his little Ooh Fest, and now he's in like full length plays and not just like smaller plays. So it's great. It's just so I'm like, oh my God, look at my little baby. It's like you're their mother.
Yeah.
It's like, look at my kids. Oh my God.
Yes.
It's such a good moment.
Oh,
It's
well,
such a good
congratulations to you for even having that moment. And as you celebrate 5 years, what are your hopes for Dreamers YOLO in 5 years?
My hope for Dreamers YOLO in 5 years is to grow. Uh, Currently, we've been growing a lot. I want to get more writers and playwrights in there. And I definitely want to have more open mics because right now we have a comedy open mic, but I want to have an open mic for the singers too because a lot of people are like, I got this song that I want people to hear, and I'm like, ooh, I want to hear it too. So I gotta make, I gotta make some room for my singers in there. I think that's the only thing that we don't really have that we offer right now. So I'm like, that's something that we need to offer. I want to have an open mic for everybody. So that if
Mm,
you do singing, if you do spoken word, if you want to throw a monologue out there, do your monologue, baby. Do your monologue. So I'm trying to get an open mic for all talent as opposed to just like a comedy open mic.
yeah,
So that's like my next thing that I want to do. And I definitely want to grow and get a bigger space
I love
because
it. You're
we
gonna need
outgrowing it.
it. Yeah, you're
It's a
gonna
good
need it.
problem to have. It's a good problem to have. But I was like, oh, my last festival in October, we had people sitting on the floor. So I was like, woo, okay, it's gonna be time. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Yeah. I mean, what
time.
can you do? When people love the space and the energy, they will be comfortable even when it seems uncomfortable to you. They'll make themselves comfortable. We know how to do. I go over
We
my
know how
friend's
to
house.
do
I will find a spot, okay?
it. Right. I'm gonna
Because
be right here on this little spot right here.
right, that's my spot right now. The older I get, the harder it is to get back up. But my point is, even if I have to bring my own chair, but how can people who believe in your mission support Dreamers YOLO beyond attending the brunch? And I want you to let people know how to attend the brunch as well. Because what I'm gonna do is probably post the flyer into my social media so that people can have access to the information on get being a part of the brunch. But how can they support you all together?
So you all will have to go to Davjas Fun Entertainment. So that's DAVJASFRAN entertainment.com. On there we have where you all can donate. That's also where you can, look more into it because a lot of times before we donate, we like to do research and it's good to do that. Do your research. Make sure you love me.
Tell them.
Make sure
Tell
you
them.
love me. But once you go to the website and you get to know me and you get to know the business and our mission and all the new talent that we like to bring in, you're gonna be ready to donate. I just already know. So once you
Yeah.
go to DollarJobsFundEntertainment.com, it's right there. We have a donate button and you can donate whatever you like. Even if you want to donate $1, you like, I want to give her something, but I just don't got my check yet. I'm gonna give $5. I'm gonna give $1. I'm gonna
Don't give $1. Okay. Give her more than $1.
give me more.
Okay.
Give me
Yeah.
more.
She
But we
said
got
$1, but I'm telling you, look, okay. Um, but yeah, and if I can, I have the information on my screen where the fundraiser brunch for Dreamers YOLO. It's the 5 year anniversary, and it's happening January 18th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Now you may want to get there on time, Black people, because
yes.
the food will run out. Okay. It's not a placeholder for your money that you pay. So the tickets, are they $25?
The tickets are 25 because that goes towards the fundraiser.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a fundraiser just because we're with having a business for over some time, we're going into the 5 year mark. You have to have a little help. You have to have a little financial help. So
I
we're
love
accepting that more.
I love how we feel the need to explain why we charging you to get your plate. Okay, look.
But we charging you to get this plate
Right, but
because this is a donation right here.
the proceeds are going to benefit Dreamers YOLO. So
Yeah.
people, come on, that's no money. As a matter of fact, we will definitely be there. Location is
Yeah.
5419 North Lincoln Avenue. Now, don't go to Dreamers YOLO for this particular event. The right. Oh no,
Yes,
you
this
said
event is at
Lincoln. No, you did say Lincoln. Why did I
uh-huh.
have some other street in my head?
You
Roll
might
that
think
back.
about Western because you can take Western all the way down. A lot of
Right,
people
because I was off.
they think about
I'm
West.
thinking Western. I'm like, this is another location. I know the location. Okay, so 54. Go to the location. I'm a terrible spokesperson. I apologize. Make sure you go to 5419 North Lincoln Avenue in Chicago. If you put it in your GPS, it's in Chicago. 5419 North Lincoln Avenue in Chicago. The dress code, there is a dress code. Please don't come in. It's blue and white, people.
They gonna be in there with their purple. Woo! I'm a princess.
If you are colorblind, please ask someone to let you know if this is blue or not. Okay.
Yes.
The ticket link is DAVJAS FRAN entertainment.com. And if you want to go specifically to the anniversary brunch, it's / anniversary hyphen brunch. Right? Did I say everything right?
You got it.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm glad that you emphasized Chicago, Illinois, because it's
Yes.
a Skokie location and people go there. And they'll
Yeah.
be like, I'm outside of a church. I'm like,
I used to live
where
in
are you?
Skokie. Yeah. I know it. You can. People were messing up left and right, but I never had company, so maybe that's why. Um, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing with us what
Thank
inspired you, your personal connection, the people that have grown from this. That's a lot when you can share what people have done after coming through your platform. That means that's why I do this show, because I want to give people an opportunity to tell people who they are and what
you.
they've done. But I also want to see them grow. I look and I go, oh my gosh, look at so and so. Look what they
Yeah,
did. So, DeVette, thank you so much for sharing your journey and the incredible
thank
work that you've
you.
done with Dreamers YOLO and over the past 5 years. And it's inspiring to see that you've used the arts to uplift the community and create some meaningful impact. So, I just want to
Thank
thank
you.
you for being on the LaDonna Raeh Show. What's
Woohoo!
up? And people, you know how to
Thank
find
you.
her. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, thank you. You're awesome.
You are most welcome. You're most welcome. Make sure you subscribe, people. Go to the LaDonna. Well, it's LaDonna Raeh Show on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. And when we gotta see I want you to stay in touch with me so that I know what you're doing with the community
Mhm.
so that we can get it on the radio and go from there.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do
Yes.
it. I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
I love it. I love it. Well, if we didn't miss anything, it's time to get you out of here.
It's time to go. It's been so fun. It's been so fun.
All right, for sure. Man, let me tell you, we just got through talking to DeVette Franklin of Dreamers YOLO. Happy 5-year anniversary to her. It is coming up really soon. Make sure you guys get that ticket information. I'm going to post it in the chat so that you can get your tickets and get you a meal and break bread with other people that are trying to help other people. There's nothing like being in the room with people that are open to networking with a purpose. If your networking is not working, you're not working. Yeah, let that sit for a minute. All right. So I'm LaDonna Raeh on the LaDonna Raeh Show. I will see you next time on this platform. Make sure you hit the subscribe button wherever it is. Where is it? You know where it is. Hit subscribe and make sure you comment so you can tell us what you thought. All right, people. Happy New Year. Bye bye for now.